hello, you insouciant long pigs. It is I, Sam of SG1, coming at you for another Transformers transformation review thingy. But wait! Despite these being Transformers, there are also GO-BOTTY as well. Yes, we have Treds, Pathfinder, and Smallfoot, yes. Which are just basically GO-BOTTY names recoloured of Warpath, Cosmos, and Gears. So there we go. We'll have a look at them individually, but yeah, they are basically just repaints of these guys, which is no bad thing. But there we go. So we'll just get these out of the way, and yeah, we'll take a look at the GO-BOTTY. Yes, we'll take a look at Treds first, which is just, like I say, it's just a recolour of the Autobot Warpath, and for some reason though, I don't know if it's just this particular one or it's a common fault in all of them, it is a bit of a pain to transform and get everything fit in properly. I don't know if it's a mould degradation or something, because on Warpath, I got it out to review. It transforms very easily, which is very strange, and the plastic feels a little bit better on this guy as well. This one seems a little bit, see what I mean there? This won't quite sit into place, whereas these are, nicely clicked in. It's a bit of a shame, but there we go. And there they are together. You've got a red and grey tank versus a green, more sort of military colours. So yeah, so there he is, and there's the comparison. So we'll get him out of the way. But yeah, he's pretty cool. I mean, I do like this tank mode anyway. It's very reminiscent of his Sheridan tank back in G1. Whereas I'm not quite sure what Treds was. I think maybe an Abrams tank, I think. I'm not exactly sure. I'll splice in a picture here anyway. So yeah, he's pretty cool. I do like him. And he rolls reasonably well, but I mean, he's a tank. Yeah, the turret will rotate 360 degrees. The gun will also move up and down as well, so you can fire in any direction he chose, which is very nice. He is a renegade, or in this case, a Decepticon, which is a really tiny Decepticon symbol there. Whereas on Warpath, they've used that little space there to put an Autobot symbol on, which I could get some toy hacks, put a Decepticon symbol there. Yeah, maybe I'll do that, I don't know. Excuse me, I'm burping all over the thing. Unprofessional. So yeah, so let's take him to robot mode, shall we, lads? And we're already started, so I'll just put that back in there. Just for now. First thing we do, we come to the front here. Oh, actually, we've seen some of the details on it, actually. You get some really nice treads going in there, all done out in this grey colour, which is very nice. You've even got, in this 3mm part there, it's even painted, which is very nice. Not this one, though, but that one is. Very nice. You've got all these panels there, all this armour plating and stuff like that. And then they've got this armour plate in there. Actually, I might put the Decepticon symbol on there, so he's like battering through things, and you can see the Decepticon symbol. And then you've got the where the driver would sit there, which is very nice. Again, like I said, some of the panel lines don't want to fit together very well. Got these headlights, which should be, I might pick them out in a yellow or something like that. And then the other side's exactly the same. Underneath, you can sort of see where things are going to end up in the end, But like I say, got millimetre parts everywhere. The tank treads are very nicely designed. Wish they could give them proper tank treads, but it is what it is. And then you got the turret itself. You've got all these panels and stuff like that. And you got the where you enter the tank there, which is very nice. The entry hatch is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, but very nice. Some nice details, and they've even got a 3mm part there as well, which is very nice indeed. Yeah, let's take into robot mode, shall we? So what do we do? First thing we do is come to the front and take this bit off. So what you do is you just rip this bit off. Now, like I say, I don't know if it's just a plastic quality on mine, but I've already got a stretch mark just on there, and I got these Saturday last week. Yeah, so there's already a stress mark forming there, which is a bit of a shame. So yeah, then you've got just the front there, and it's even got detailed on the bottom as well, which is very nice. All right, so what do we do? So basically, we just split everything up like that. And it all sort of starts to separate. So then what we do is we just disconnect his hand from there, and then pull that out. Same for this side, you sort of pull this forward and then disconnect his hand and just get them out of the way. And then just, right, so his legs are the biggest part of the transformation. So what do? Is you rotate this panel down and you rotate this panel down like that. Then you rotate this bit out like that, and then everything kind of folds round itself like that. And then that folds round, so you get everything into position. That folds round and into there. And then, hang on a minute, I'm doing this wrong here. It's been a while. Oh yeah, that all comes down. That comes down forward. That rotates into there, like that. Where that's it, into there like that. And then that turns around like that, and that goes around into there. Now this panel here at the back rotates out, so then you can rotate all this in, and then that little peg there hits on that little post there. That little peg there hits in that port there. So you rotate that in like that. It's a bit of a fiddle on this one. There you go. And there's one leg done. And then same verse, second verse, same as the first. So you rotate that down, rotate that round, and then you rotate that. Oh, I've done that wrong. Rotate that in. That's it. Rotate that in like that. And then we've got legs. So then we come to the back. So we rotate this whole section back like that. Get this bit here, pull it up, and then rotate it down flat. Then you get this this whole back assembly, and this rotates up. Oh no, we need to pull the head out first. So then we pull this down, rotate the head out, push this up, and then you got these little teeth marks there, and you've got in detail in there as well, which is very nice. But you got these little teeth there, and they fit into these little holes, and then you push the gun barrel in. Then his arms will rotate up like that, and peg into place, and then you get the tank tread, and then you rotate that under like that, and there is Treds in his robot mode. And he looks really fucking cool. You can't see his face. There is Treds in his robot mode, and he looks really cool actually. And I do love those red piercing eyes out of the green head. Although the head of mine seems to be a bit loose, which is a bit of a shame. So let's have a closer look at his face there. Let's have a closer look, and he's got a really nice face sculpt. I mean, it's just the same as Warpath, but those red piercing eyes are just fantastic. With the grey sort of where the eyes and nose is over the faceplate, which is very nice. A little bit more paint apps on the head might have been good. Like I say, maybe a grey faceplate there, just like a slightly different grey or a slightly different green, just to separate it up a bit. But it does look cool though, I must admit, I do like it. And there he is in his robot mode. It's very cool indeed. So, in terms of articulation, his head is on a ball joint. It will rotate 360 degrees and it will move left and right, but mine is very, very loose. Arms will rotate 360 degrees at the shoulder, in and out, like so. Rotate at the it rotates at the elbow actually, but then he bends at the elbow. You get about 90 degrees on it. His waist can rotate just a little bit, but it is hindered by this kibble at the back there. He can kick forward, he can kick back. Again, the kibble prevents him kicking all the way back. He goes in and out, and he can bend at the knee, and he can move his legs, his feet out like that. That's more for transformation. And his wrists can rotate as well. Now, he doesn't come with a weapon, because he's got a weapon there. He can use his tank turret as a gun, I guess. But he does come with this. Like I said, this is the panel that hides all the kibble. Now, there's a few things you can do with this. I've seen people put it on the side, like that. So you've got that kind of look going on. Or what I like to do is put it on this peg at the back, like that. And just gets it out of the way, but also gives him a different sort of look to him, which is very nice. And I do like it. I really do like this guy. So let's take a look at. We'll bring in Warpath just as a comparison. And there is Warpath. To give the comparison, why won't you stand up? There we are. And they look really cool together, I must admit. I mean, I do like the different colours. I mean, they do genuinely look really good together. So I'm gonna, when I get me legacy shelf sorted out, I'm gonna put them all on. But yeah, they do look really good together. I mean, I do like the side by side. You know, a good one and an evil one, which is really cool. So, and there is Warpath, so we'll take him out of the way just for now. Yeah, and he's very cool. So, we'll take a look at the others now. We'll just put him over there, just for now. And then we're going to take a look at Smallfoot. Ping, and there is Smallfoot. Yeah, just like Gears, basically. A female, actually, a female character, yeah. And she rolls reasonably well. Not amazing. Might just be the surface it's on. It's a gaming mat. But it's, but yeah, she rolls reasonably well, you know. Stop rolling now. Take a look at the figure. Now, if you see my Gears review, pretty much the same, really, essentially. You got a nice, although she not have a windshield painting at the sunroof painting at the top there. Nice windows all done in black there. You got this like orange and red sort of going. Actually, the orange looks more yellow on the camera than it does in person. It's more of it's a light orange. It is closer to a yellow, but it looks more orange. And then you can see the two-tone plastic there, which really irritates me. But yeah, you got some nice details on the front there. You've got the grille and the headlights there. You got nice silver on the wheels. I wish they were pinned on instead of these bloody clips. I fucking hate that. You've got this weird thing at the back there. And you get the gun, and it's a very nice gun. It's just like a nice little pistol, which is very nice. Like a machine pistol type thing. And then there we go. So let's bring in Gears as a comparison there, and then see how they look good together. They look really good together, actually. You know, but do you know what, though? I prefer the blue on Gears than I do on the yellow on Smallfoot here. I mean, it's just a... They do generally look good together, but looking at them separate, I think the colour of the blue is just wins it out for me. But don't get me wrong, I still like the figure. I think it's a great figure. But that's how they look together, which is very cool indeed. So let's take her to robot mode, shall we? So first thing we're going to do is we disconnect this bit at the back. Then we take what will become the legs off like that. Oh, come on, there we are. And then we rotate these in like that. And then we're nearly there. So then what we do is we take the front of the cab in a way that we can see what I'm doing. There we go. So at the front of the cab, and then that whole section comes back like that. Rotate these wheels in, thus. And then that just fits on the back there. Then you take out our arms, like so. Pull these down. Pull these down. And then this whole section, front section, will swing up. You rotate this down. And then you rotate these in like that. And then you come to the front, and boom, there she is in a robot mode. And then you open the chest, and you've got chest details in there. So that's pretty cool, which I forgot to do on my Gears review. But there we are. Yeah. And there she is in robot mode, and she looks really cool indeed. I do like it. When you straighten everything out, yes. So then you've got... You know, it's really cool bot mode. I really like it. So let's take a look at the face sculpt there. Now this is the original face sculpt they used for Gears in Legacy, which is pretty cool. I like this sort of Michelangelo bandana thing going on there. Yeah, it's a very nice face sculpt. Again, they've done the thing of with the head, they've moulded the Mysterion logo in there, which is very cool indeed. Now these are all based on the collection reissues they did back in like the mid 2000s, and they did a GO-BOTT set of all the mini bots, and this is obviously a reference to that as well. So there we are. So in terms of articulation, then you can rotate the head 360 degrees, but it is hindered by the kibble. You have to move it back and forth. It's on a ball joint. You get some wiggly waggly. Arms rotate 360 degrees, in and out at the shoulder there as well. You've got up and down at the shoulder. Rotate at the top of the bicep. Double hinged elbow there, but that's more for transformation. But you get like 90-degree bend. Rotate at the waist, kick forward, kick back, bend at the knee, and then the foot will move out as well, which is very cool indeed. And you can give her blaster, because GO-BOTTs didn't have guns back in the day. They just shot lasers from the fists, which is very strange. I think only a couple actually came with guns But yeah, and there she is. She's pretty cool, and I do like the colour scheme. I mean, although I much prefer Gears, his colour scheme, but I still like this one. So I'll bring in Gears and see what he looks like, see how they look like together. And there is Gears in his robot mode as well, and they do look really nice together. You know what I mean? As a companion piece, they look really cool. Like I said, with Treds over there. And I forgot to show this on my Gears review. You can lift the chest open and reveal some details, like in the episode Changing Gears. They're not painted, but I think a lot of people are painting them. So there's the details inside the chest there, and then where his personality subroutine goes in there, you know. But there we are. So there we go. That's been pretty cool. Like I said, they look great together on a shelf. I can't wait to put them on a shelf together. They're going to look really cool. So we'll just take Gears out of the way, and then we'll put Smallfoot over there, and poop. We have Pathfinder, who is obviously a recolour of Cosmos, and she is a flying saucer in the cartoon, in the GO-BOTTY cartoon, which is very nice. You've got, I love the blue on this guy though, this girl even. The blue, it just looks fantastic, and I do love the two-tone blue they've got going on there. So you've got a lighter shade, then you've got like a darker shade around the edge of the saucer section there. It's very nice, got some guns sticking out. You've got the UFO bit going on there as well, which is very nice. And you got sort of, you can see legs underneath there, but you got these like generators there, or weapons pods, or whatever you want to call them. And then you got some details on the back there. And when I'm not dropping it all over, you got and I do love the yellow that peeks through here and there, which is just absolutely gorgeous. And she does come with a gun when you're not trying to transform it. You get a nice little pistol that you can connect to a saucer mode, and then she comes with a flag with the Guardian symbol on it, or is it upside down? I think it's upside down. Yeah, with the Guardian symbol on it, which is very nice indeed. It's on both sides, which is very pleasant, and it's a tampo as well. It's not a sticker; it's tampoed on there. Yeah, but there we go. So I'll put that back on there. So yeah, so there's Cosmos. There's Pathfinder. We'll bring in Cosmos. Just as a comparison piece there, and they look really cool together, and I keep saying that, but they really do. And I do love the whole same but different thing, you know, which Transformers are good at doing, recolours of each other very well. I mean, it's not as if it's a new thing, they've been doing it since G1, but there we are. But I do like even this is a bit different focus, there we are, even this is a bit different. You've got the sort of grey section there, but on this you've got a grey section in the middle, and you've got the blue in there, which is very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. And he gets a checkered flag, but there we go, but not printed on that side, weirdly. So yeah, so let's take her to robot mode, and a very nice robot mode. So we just take off the gun, and then we've got the flying saucer there, which is very nice. So then we transform it, so we just disconnect what will obviously become the arms, lift these yellow sections up like that, which just frees everything out, pull down the legs, and then you get the crotch piece, which is there, which will rotate round, and you get a little tab which should fit in this little slot right in here. With a satisfying click, pull these down, then you rotate, well actually separate them first, then you rotate the legs forward, and you get this bit of the saucer here with a gun on it, rotate it all the way back, and then it just slides, see this notch here slides in this little cut out there, like that, and that just positions the legs, or the feet, there we are. So then what we do is you get this section at the back here, you pull it all the way out, rotate it round. Then you pull this flap in like that. Now this you got a little notch there that fits into this port there. So that all fits in, or it should fit in, like that. Then you get these yellow sections here, these rotate forward and hook onto these little tabs there. So you get that. And then you get the arm, pull out the fist. And then same at this side, you rotate that around, and then you pull out the fist. And then you get the top section here, and then you just push it down like that, rotate that round, and there is Pathfinder in her robot mode, and she looks really fucking cool. You know, really cool indeed. You can't see. There we are, like a blue Cosmos, but that's no bad thing. It's very cool. I do like I've always liked Cosmos as a character. And to bring out another version of it, it's very nice as well. I had Pathfinder back in the day. Because normally as a rule, the GO-BOTT's names are pretty lame, but Pathfinder is actually quite a good name. It's also an episode of a Star Trek Voyager episode. The name of a Star Trek Voyager episode. So there we go. So let's take a look at that head sculpt. If you've seen Cosmos, then you've seen that head sculpt. It's very cool indeed. Although I might female her up and just do the eyes in like a black outline, like an eyeliner kind of thing, with a little bit of a flick of a wing. Yeah, I'm not opposed to modifying Transformers, but done in a good way, not like completely destroying the figure just to make it look a little different, just and adding an extra detail here, there, a few sticker details, you know. But there we go. Nice big Autobot tan bird on her chest there. But yeah, very nice indeed. So let's look at articulation, shall we? Head will rotate 360 degrees. It is on a ball joint, but because you can check it side to side, which is pretty cool. Rotate the arms 360 degrees, but sometimes they do get caught on that hinge. But they do rotate 360 degrees. They bend at the elbow. They will rotate at the elbow as well. Wrist will... No, nothing at the wrists. Waist will articulate as well, left and right. You can kick forward. She can kick forward and back. Lift that out, which kick outwards. She can bend at the knee, rotate at the top of the thigh, and then foot will move in and... Oh, that was weird. In and out like that as well. So there we go. So very cool indeed. And you can give her a gun, and with the flag on it, which is very nice. And then she can gun. Oh, come on, get in there. Why won't you get in there? There we go. It's a bit of hard work. And she can hold a gun, and she can shoot at Decepticons or Renegades all day, every day. So we'll bring in Cosmos, and we'll just look at them together. Boom, and there they are together. And they look really cool together. And I've said that every time, but they genuinely do. And I like the fact that the blue and the yellow and the little bit of red works fantastically well on Pathfinder there. And it's a different shade of yellow, as you can see, with Cosmos. It's like a more vibrant shade. Again, no bad thing. And then the head, again, is more vibrant. In this case, I like this colour scheme better than Cosmos, but I love them both. They are really cool. But yeah, it's a very cool little set. But there we go. We'll just take Cosmos out there. And then we'll bring in the whole team. And there they are together. They look really cool. They look really, really cool together. And if you can get them... I mean, I got my set off Zavi. I'll put a link in the description, £30. If you can get them, I would recommend it. It's a lovely set. I won't pay full price for these guys, because I don't think it's actually worth it, because I was going to mention the box, actually. The box looks like impressive and you're getting a good deal, but when you open it up, there's probably enough room to put like three more figures in there. But anyway, that's just me. But yeah, I don't pay any more than 50 quid for these guys, because I don't think they're worth that much. But if you can get them for 30 or less, then fucking bargain, innit? So, because like I said, they're only deluxes, small deluxes at that. You know, because let me just bring in, I've got skids here. This is a sort of normal size deluxe. So yeah, you can obviously see that they are slightly smaller deluxes. But yeah, and they're charging like 70 quid for these things, which is not good. So there we go. But anyway, yeah, so if you can get them, get them. They are really cool. Now, let's put them with the counterparts, shall we? Let's do that. So there's Cosmos and Pathfinder. There's Treds and let's get everything out of the way. Treds and Warpath, and then we've got Gears and Lightfoot, and they really do look really cool together. I know I keep saying it, but it's true. Let's zoom that out a bit. There we go. You can see them all together. They look really cool, and I must admit, having them all on the shelf will look great. I don't know whether to display them like that, or like just as mini bots, or as a team together. But yeah, they look really cool together. They really do. So let's get rid of these guys just for now. But yeah, so thanks for watching. If you like what I do, why not hit like, share and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to tell me that new videos out. Should be every Thursday and Saturday. Check out my other videos, which should be in a box down here after the end of the credits. And if you're in a position to help out the channel, please think about donating $1 a month. You can have your names in the credits. Big shout out to all my current subscribers and all the new subscribers that have joined me in the last few weeks. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll catch you all very soon. Bye for now.
Unleashing the power, tearing through the night. Transformers in my hands, ready for the fight. With every single figure, I gear up to transform. Soundwave SG-1, bringing thunder in the storm.